What's up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. It's a beautiful, sunny afternoon here in Findlay, Ohio, and I'm hanging out in the shed getting ready to check out a new beer. Today, I have a WTF Wednesday review for you. If you're unfamiliar with WTF Wednesday, this is the one day a week when I review a beer that I normally wouldn't on the program. Sometimes this means I do stuff from the big boys, Bud, Miller, Coors, Labatt. Sometimes I do odd offerings from microbreweries. Sometimes I just do kind of interesting or strange styles. Today what I have for you is Budweiser Chelada Picante. This is menacing for me. If you see my videos, I did a WTF Wednesday a while back on the Chelada, and I absolutely did not like it. One of my students was actually kind enough to message me. She said her family, when she grew up, they drank Cheladas a lot, but she doesn't really care for them. And she came through and picked up this Phillies mug for me right after I did that last Chelada video. So I figured this time around I'll use this for my second attempt at trying to drink a Chelada. Now, this one is probably more menacing than the first. I think the first one was just a regular old Chelada. This one I guess it's made with clamato. So for those of you that are unfamiliar, that's a mix of clam juice and tomato juice, and has picante peppers in it. So, if you know anything about me, it's that I do not like any seafood. I've worked in seafood restaurants at multiple times when I was a younger man, and I've tried everything you can imagine. I've tried fish, crabs, clams, scallops, king crab, all that stuff. It's just not for me, man. All seafood just kind of tastes salty, and I'm not a big fan of salt. I'm also not a big fan of spicy things, as I have a weak Irish stomach, and they tend to give me heartburn. So this here should be a combination of everything that I don't really like. But nonetheless, I will soldier on and try to give this a shot. Again, I understand that some of these beers are, for any kind of style of beer out there, there's someone that likes it and someone that doesn't. Just because you like it or don't like it, doesn't mean that it's bad or it's good. It is what it is. So I am going to try this. I've been putting it off for a couple weeks. It's been sitting in my fridge, and Anderson actually picked up a couple of other Cheladas, as he knows I'm not a fan, and thought they'd make good WTF Wednesday beers. So it's finally time. It's time to do battle with this thing, and I'm hoping and praying to God I can at least drink a couple mouthfuls of it and get some idea as to what this thing is like. Ratings-wise, it doesn't do too bad. It's 5% ABV, 2.93 on Untapped, 3.23 on Beer Advocate, overall 77 okay, which not bad for Budweiser, and again, a kind of an odd style that's probably not for everybody's palate, but here we go. I had expected it to be darker in color because it says, vegetable juice added for color. I thought it was going to be like very red, but it's actually not. Let's try to get a bit of a head on this. Oh, the smell of this is brutal. My God. Color-wise, I don't even know if I can use this chart. It's kind of like an amber color. I don't know, maybe like an 8, like a pale amber color, but with a bit of like a reddish hue to it. Head, non-existent. There's a fair amount of bubbles in here, but they're quite large bubbles. One of the other beers I did had them really fine champagne bubbles. These are big boys. God. Let's give it a smell. It smells not as bad as I thought it would be. When I see tomato juice, clam juice, and picante, my brain says, run for the hills, big boy, this is not for you. And I expect to smell kind of salt, like a seawater kind of thing. I expect maybe spiciness, and those kind of smells. This is just kind of subtle. It's actually not a very overpowering smell. Kind of just smells like, maybe a little bit of tomato, a little bit of salt, like a kind of a salt water kind of smell, but it's not over the top. All right. I think I've sniffed it for the 30th time because I don't want to drink it. The bubbles are still coming up quite big. It's crazy. All right. Here we go. Oh, fucking hell. Jesus. Oh. This is getting worse. Oh. This is not for me, dude. My whole mouth just has this funky taste in it now. Great Odin's Raven. you pick up some kind of tomato something. I guess it's tomato juice, obviously. You pick up the saltiness of the clam juice, which I also have nothing but disdain for. You pick up the spiciness, but the spiciness kind of hits you later. So you first drink it, and you get, I guess, what's kind of like a light lager kind of thing. I will say this: it is kind of light-bodied, and I guess this is a beer you're supposed to have on a warm day. It's supposed to be refreshing. When I drink it, I just pick up tomato. I pick up kind of salt water, and then after you drink it, and you think like, I finally swallowed this stuff, you get the big. It's not a huge spice burn, but you pick up the spiciness, the picante. I'm sure there are people out there that dig this thing. It is not me though, man. This thing is a no for me. And again, it's not to say that the style's bad. It's just a style I'm not a fan of. So for me, Budweiser Chelada Picante would be a thumbs down. Zero chance I'm drinking another one of these. Zero chance I'm going to drink the rest of this. And I'm kind of interested to see what happens with the other cheladas in the fridge. I know one is supposed to be like piña, so a pineapple. Maybe the pineapple, the sweetness of a pineapple would counterbalance the other things in this, because this is definitely more of a savory flavor to it. You know, again, very unique for a beer. You don't really find things with this flavor profile that regularly. I guess unless you're seeking out cheladas or you drink them regularly yourself. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, you got any comments or questions, jump in down below. Do you like cheladas? If so, if you had this one, what do you think of it? Let me know, man. I'm sure there's a lot of people that dig these. Again, just not me. Till next time, cheers. I ain't drinking this.